I was just trying to exist. I didn't want to be there, but I had to be there. Period, bro. We're gonna clock that. You don't need people to actually validate you because you are your own person. You have to love something to start doing it. You just have to do it because just do it. God, lead and do your part, and it's gonna teach you a lot. So don't be scared to walk alone, don't be scared to let go. Those are the major things I've learned in it. Love yourself first before someone else loves you. That's the only way you'd understand love. Blame him because he knows what he's doing. Put your faith first. That's what they told me. And you know,
3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, if you're new here and you've never seen my face before, my name is Maggie, and if you're a returning subscriber, hi friend, thank you for coming back. So yeah, today I'm doing something different on the channel, something I've never done before. We're actually doing a sit and chat, or is it a sit and yap, whatever you are supposed to call it, but we are going to do that. In this video, I actually have 6 questions that I'm going to ask myself, and I'm going to answer them myself as a reflection of 2025. Okay, we are actually going to reflect on 2025, talk about my experience in 2025, and you guys are actually just gonna sit here and listen to me. I know I was supposed to do this, long time ago, but it's never late than never, or whatever you say.
Do I regret what I said? No, I don't regret. Neither would God regret what I said. I don't regret. What I said were the right words to say.
Better late than ever. Yeah, whatever it is. So let's get into the video. So our first question, it says, what's one word that would describe 2025? Honestly speaking, 2025 was a roller coaster. I could say that. I would use that word for 2025. 2025 was a roller coaster. 2025 was a year of learning and unlearning. Was a year of letting go. It was a tough year. 2025 was very tough and rough. But with all being said, I'm actually grateful for whatever it is that I had to go through, for whatever I learned, because at the end of the day, it was useful. It taught me something, and yeah, that's all I have to say. There's really nothing to that question. So yeah, our second question would come in and say, what is your biggest lesson that you've learned in 2025? All I'm gonna say is, okay, you actually don't learn one thing in a whole year, because what do you mean in all 12 months you're actually busy learning one thing? You just don't learn one thing. You learn a lot, right? But there's always that one major. So I think I've learned a lot. Like I've learned a lot in 2025, but one thing I've learned is to let go. I've learned to let go. I've actually just learned to let go. That's one thing I've learned, because at the end of the day, it's some situations just have to be cancelled, and you just have to let go. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to do shit. You just need to let go. I've learned to let go. I've learned to actually just stay in my lane and mind my business, and I've learned that not everyone is gonna like you, no matter how hard and no matter how much effort you actually put in to prove yourself to that person. They're never gonna like you if they just don't like you in general. So it's best for you to actually just be yourself, do you. I've also learned that you should not be scared to walk alone. Don't be scared to be alone. Don't be scared to do things alone, because you need it. You would need it in life to actually just navigate life alone at some point. and it's gonna teach you a lot. So don't be scared to walk alone, don't be scared to let go. Those are the major things I've learned in 2025. And you could also learn something this year if you haven't learned something from the last year. And I also saw this meme that says 2025 was a year of learning. So in 2026, we'll remove the L from the learning and it will be a year of earnings. That's that's on period, bro. We're gonna clock that. But yeah, that's it. Let's get into the third question. This is going faster than I expected. Our third question says, what's the best advice you've received in 2026? The best advice I've received in 2025, not 2026, pardon me. The best advice I've received in 2025 was to include God. Someone actually told me that include God. Something I've it's something that you're supposed to know, but someone actually told me that include God in everything that you do. Let God lead and do your part. Don't blame him because he knows what he's doing. Put your faith first. That's what they told me. And you know what? In all, looking at all this whole situation, I think they were right. They were actually right about something. They were right. And I'm also advising you right now because, bro, I got that from someone and I'm gonna pass it on to people. Let God, include God in everything you do, and always make sure that whatever it is you are lacking, you trust him because he knows what's good for you and he knows what your future holds. So yeah, next question. I actually like how fast this is going. I thought I was gonna stay here for a whole 15 minutes because I know myself, I talk a lot. Turns out my mind doesn't work when I'm in front of the camera. I'm actually struggling to think right now. You know. Our fourth question is gonna say, what drained your energy in the year 2025? Let me not lie. School. Academics drained me. They drained me so much because, first of all, let me just talk about this. First of all, I was in a place where I was just living. I was actually just living. I was just trying to exist. I didn't want to be there, but I had to be there because, you know, it's life. Sometimes you just have to do things that you don't want to do, but you have to do them because at the end of the day, they are going to benefit you. It drained me because I was in a place where I actually I didn't want to be there, but I had to be there. So I was doing things that I didn't know what I was doing, but I was still doing it, if it makes sense. You know, I was just going to school because I registered. Or maybe it's because of the funds. You never know. But yeah, you know, I was just going to school. I've come to realize that when it comes to my academics last year, I looked like I was serious. Well, I was at some point, but then I wasn't as serious as I was supposed to be as a student because it actually, I don't know, bruh. I was just not serious. And it's not that I did not fail. I think I just have the capabilities to do more, but I didn't because I had this narrative in my head that I don't like what I'm doing and there's no reason as to why I should actually push it and be serious about it. But that narrative ended in 2025. This year we are doing it one way or the other. You don't have to love something to start doing it. You just have to do it because just do it. The end of the day is gonna make sense. Just do it. But yeah, school really drained my energy. Other than that, other things did, but they are not worth talking about. We're talking about the most important things here. And yeah, I can't really say friendship. No, I didn't have friends like that. that will drain me. But otherwise, that's it. And we'll come to the second last question before. Our next question says, what are your regrets for 2026? 2025, what are your regrets for 2025? Honestly speaking, I'm not going to say I don't have regrets, because at the end of the day, you have to go through something. You need to learn something. And part of the lessons also comes with regrets, so let me just think about it, because I think I did regret a lot. I actually regretted being the nice person, but at the end of the day, I was being hurt. I regret I do regret being the nice person. I know someone is probably watching me like, where were you nice? It's the little things, guys. It's the little things. I do regret being I actually regret not being present enough, because I felt like I wasn't present enough for my friends. They had birthdays and I was just not present enough for their birthdays. And for friends, especially ladies, they have this thing of, if it's my birthday and you're not present for my birthday. But guys, I'm also living for the first time. We are all gonna make mistakes one way or the other, but at the end of the day, whatever it is that you regret, make sure that you regret and you learned something from it. Don't just regret and you'll be like, I regret doing something like this, but you didn't learn something. You get? So yeah, I actually just regret not giving myself enough time. I regret not showing up for myself as I should. Like, what do you mean? I was supposed to be my own I was supposed to be my own lover. I was supposed to be the person who was actually comforting myself. But I actually was seeking comfort from people that I ended up forgetting that I had myself. And that's a goal that we are going to set in 2026. We are actually going to be there for ourselves. We're actually going to do everything for ourselves. And we're not going to be depending on people. Because I think I was actually looking for happiness and looking for validation. People, right men, right friends. I think I was looking for validation through friends, and I was looking for validation through men, which I did not get. That's why I learned that you don't need people to actually validate you, because you are your own person, and at the end of the day, you need to love yourself and appreciate the fact that you are living and God has given you that opportunity. So take it. Just move. Yeah. I just regret not giving myself enough time, not giving myself that love that I needed. I regret looking for validation, searching for validation from people, because damn, it actually broke me, because I now have trust issue, and I now have this thing of everyone is the same. But it's not like that. It was all my fault, because I didn't love myself more, and I thought if maybe someone would love me, then I would love myself more. But now I know that you don't need someone to love you first. You need to love yourself first before someone else loves you. That's the only way you'd understand love. That's all for that question. And so now we're gonna get into our last question. Our last question of the video before we close this off, which says, what exactly is it that you want to gently leave behind? What exactly is that you want to gently leave in 2025? That's the question. Honestly speaking, I think I've already spoken a lot, especially with the last question. I said I want to leave the mentality of you need someone to love you first, just to feel loved. I need to leave that behind, because girl, you are more than what you think you are. Why do you need validation from people? I also want to leave behind the what is the word? I want to leave behind procrastination. I want to leave behind being lazy. I actually want to be more productive this year, and I just want to do things that I thought I could. I actually just want to be myself. I want to show up for myself this year, and I think I need to leave the mentality of I need to leave overthinking in 2025. As much as I overthink, and as much as I think what people are gonna think this and that, I need to leave that behind. Yeah, I need to leave that behind. And I'm gonna leave people who don't want me to exist in their life behind, because what is it exactly that you want from me? If me existing is not enough for you, means that I need to move my feet and my body out of your life, so I actually just go exist on my own. I'm leaving behind people that don't appreciate me and don't value my existence in their life. Because if that's not a thing, then I don't know why I even am living next to you, bruh. And I'm gonna leave behind just being lazy and being the unproductive queen that I am. Because, wow, there's a lot that is gonna happen this year, and I just hope with God's grace, it actually happens and it goes according to plan. But you know what? You never know. I just hope I come back again at the end of the year, and I'll come reflect on what exactly it is that I'm saying here, because I just don't want to be sitting here and saying things, and at the end of the day, I'm not even complying to what I'm saying here, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna do the opposite of what actually is happening here. I don't want to be that type of person, so I actually just want to make sure that whatever it is that is gonna happen in 2026 makes sense. So yeah, guys, that was our last question. And I would just like to thank everyone that actually made it this far. Thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I would see you guys in my next video. Yay!